Alright, so this is my first video that I've ever done. I'm working on a Savage Model 42. Was looking online, couldn't really find anything else that really clearly showed this thing being taken apart, so figured I'd give it a shot here. Your basics, you got your barrels, your receiver, and your stock. Got your extractors, barrel release, hammer, trigger, mainspring, all your firing pins held in by this. On here you got your 2 screw holes on the back. That's what holds the receiver in. There and there. And then for your butt pad, the sling swivel holds that in, and this little button does. If you do have to take this off, be really careful because that breaks very easily. Alright, so first things first, to get this thing taken apart, right here in this little hole is where this pin's from. It just punches straight out. So you take that pin out of the gun, no problem, should come right out. If it's giving you a lot of problems, maybe oil it up a little bit. Just try not to damage it. Just be easy on it. It should come right out. You might have to open up the barrel first to do that. That's how I did it. Then you're going to take out your 2 screws on the bottom of the receiver. Like that. There they are right there. So once you take them out, you can pull this out after you take out your safety. Now if you look down in here, I don't know how well you can see it on a smartphone camera, but there's these little springs, 2 of them right there. They go down in. They actually hold the safety in the gun. This is probably the hardest part because until you get that safety out, the safety keeps it in the stock. So you can't work on any of this until you get that safety out because it's blocked right there. So basically what you have to do, very carefully, you got to keep your springs decompressed downward, get them out of the way of the safety, and then you can push the safety through the gun and it'll come out. And then your springs will be sticking up. You'll just have to push them back down later and hold them in later while you put the safety back in, so that you can slide it back through and that it still works. Be careful with that too. Springs are pretty powerful. If you get it crooked in there, it's a real pain to get it not crooked. So basically from here, you can do any firing pin work that you might need to do. In this one's case, the firing pin is spinning. So need to take a look at that. But that's your basic disassembly for this. You could take this pin out here. That would be your hammer pin. That's what holds this. You could take that roll pin out that holds in your selector if you really had to. In this case, I don't need to remove it, so I'm just going to leave it in there. This pin here is going to be for your trigger. And these 2, top firing pin, bottom firing pin, and that one's going to be for your release. So that's your basics on the receiver. And then of course you have your extractor here. And I mean, there's not really too much to do with the barrel. Now if something's wrong with the extractor, you can replace that, but other than that, not too much really goes on with the barrel. And that's pretty much about it for the Savage 42. I might take a more detailed look into this later. Just wanted to put the basics up online right now, give you guys an idea what you got to do with it. Alright, this is the Archangel Gunsmith.